Welcome to Hardcourt Sports Channel.
Better job. There's a nice cut on Herder right there.
Young with that deadly crossover, in and out on the three. Young quickly up ahead, Sano, lob, Levine, catch and score.
He had to adjust in midair.
Here is the Chicago Bulls official lineup for the 2021-2022 NBA season. First on the list, Lonzo Ball, point guard, 6'6", 190 pounds, with the last season's averages, 14.6 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 5.7 assists per game. Next on the list, Tony Bradley, center, 6'11", 248 pounds, with the last season's averages, 7.1 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 0.9 assists per game. Next on the list, Alex Caruso, guard, 6'5", 186 pounds, with the last season's averages, 6.4 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game. Next on the list, Troy Brown Jr., small forward, 6'6", 215 pounds, with the last season's averages, 4.7 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 0.9 assists per game. Next on the list, Tyler Cook, small forward, 6'8", 255 pounds, with the last season's averages, 4.9 points, 3.0 rebounds, and 0.5 assists per game. Next on the list, DeMar DeRozan, guard forward, 6'6", 220 pounds, with the last season's averages, 21.6 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 6.9 assists per game. Next on the list, Javonte Green, guard forward, 6'4", 205 pounds, with the last season's averages, 3.6 points, 1.7 rebounds, and 0.4 assists per game. Next on the list, Elise Johnson, small forward, 6'7", 212 pounds, with the last season's averages, 5.2 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 0.8 assists per game. Next on the list, Stanley Johnson, guard, 6'6", 242 pounds, with the last season's averages, 4.4 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per game. Next on the list, Zach LaVine, shooting guard, 6'5", 200 pounds, with the last season's averages, 27.4 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 4.9 assists per game. Next on the list, Matt Thomas, shooting guard, 6'4", 190 pounds, with the last season's averages, 3.1 points, 1.0 rebounds, and 0.4 assists per game. Next on the list, Kobe White, point guard, 6'5", 195 pounds, with the last season's averages, 15.1 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game. Next on the list, Nikola Vucevic, center, 6'11", 260 pounds, with the last season's averages, 23.4 points, 11.7 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game. Next on the list, Patrick Williams, small forward, 6'7", 215 pounds, with the last season's averages, 9.2 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 1.4 assists per game. Next on the list, Devin Dotson, point guard, 6'2", 185 pounds, with the last season's averages, 2.1 points, 0.5 rebounds, and 0.6 assists per game. Next on the list, Ayo Dosunmu, point guard, 6'5", 200 pounds, with the summer league's averages, 10.1 points, 4.0 rebounds, and 2.0 assists per game. Next on the list, Marko Simonovic, center, 6'11", 220 pounds, with the summer league's averages, 12.0 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.0 assists per game. And last on the list, Ethan Thompson, shooting guard, 6'5", 195 pounds, with the summer league's averages, 8.6 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 1.4 assists per game. with the Chicago Bulls head coach, Billy Donovan.
Levine leads into a three!
My goodness.
6 of them in the half!
No one can stop Zach's the official. Look at this.
Leaning three.
Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.